the end of 2021, we were donated this former military Land Rover Defender 90 by Ian Shepherd. We wanted to use the Defender 90 to highlight the work we do with veterans by stripping and rebuilding the vehicle, just like we do with those we help. The aim was to finish the vehicle in the time for Goodwood Festival of Speed, where we were lucky enough to have a stand donated to the charity, with the vehicle being put forward as a prize draw. We called this project the Transition Project, Project Steve. The vehicle will be built by the veterans we help, where they would grow whilst building the vehicle.
Busy day, busy weekend, wasn't it?
Yep.
So what happened? So 90.
90, topped off.
Yeah.
Most of it. Except right away.
Well, let's have a look at it. Aye. So we ordered a new chassis and bulkhead today because it's pretty poor, we have to say. I don't think that's going to polish out, is it?
Not enough P38 for that.
No, I don't think we have, mate. And tub nuts down there, at least a few repairs on the tub as well. So this is what's, I'm going to say this is what's left of the 90. This is what's gone to the scrappies. There's not a lot left of the 90, I have to say. So that's it. And in fact, I'm going to show you the pile that's actually left, but the good bits. Where is all the good bits? Right, so here's the good bits. Now you've seen the bad. Now here's the good bits. That's what we're keeping. It's not a great deal, is it? But we're also keeping the engine and the gearbox, aren't we? So that's not so bad. Alright, first stage of rebuilding the Defender 90 is new chassis in. Galway chassis from Shoulder Chassis. We've got a bulkhead to come as well. So we've keyed it, ready for painting. We've just washed it off. And once it's dry, we will do the T-wash on it. Now we've not used T-wash before. What it's designed to do is react with the galv, and it's all black, and that's when you know you've prepped it right for painting. So that'll be the next stage. So let's get it dried off. It's quite sunny today, so hopefully it won't take too long, and then we can get on with T-washing this. So yesterday you saw us like we're ready to T-wash the Defender, and this is what you get once you T-wash. You can see all the shine's been taken off it. Here's the chassis here. You get this dull grey finish to it, and that shows you that it's actually prepped properly. And then you carry on from there. So it's all done. So what we'll do now is we're going to wash this off, and then we're ready to paint. So here's the next stage. So we've washed it down now, so drying it off now. Here's the chassis, just drying that off. So we've jet washed it, drying it off now before we can start the paint job. So no far away from getting this painted, so it should be all painted up tomorrow hopefully. So here, next stage on getting the chassis prepped is to do a strip coat. Now what you do with a strip coat is you get into all the welds, as you can see on here, so you know you've got a good coat on all the welds before we do the spraying of the vehicle. All these little bits here, we'll use a little hose spray like that Rich has got here, little attachment that we got, which will get right inside the chassis as well, as much as we can, to get all the bits that we can't reach with a brush. There's Steve just banging on the strip coat now, and we're not far off of painting this now. We'll get this painted up today. We'll turn this over in a bit, get the other side done, and then we're there. So here we are, end of the day. We just painted the chassis up. You see it's all done, both sides, so we've turned this over, let it dry the other side, turned it over. So the process we used was the bulkhead. We keyed the galvanised chassis, we then T-washed it, I washed it, then T-washed it, then washed it again, just got the T-wash off, and then that gave us our surface for painting. So that's it all done. That will dry and cure overnight. We may do another coat tomorrow morning, we'll see how it looks, and then we'll go for there. Right, today, what are we up to today then, Rich?
Clean up first.
Clean up around the workshop. Where we stripped this vehicle, there's a bit of a mess in here, and we start building this vehicle today. So the aim for the weekend is to get all four corners on. New axles, well, when I say new axles, we had these all shot blasted the other week, so they're all shot blasted and painted up. Just to build these and get them onto the vehicle so we've got a rolling chassis. And by the end of next week, we hope to have the engine gearbox bulkhead on, and then this is going to get the electrics put in it with some of the guys we're working with, and then that's where we're going to do, isn't it? So get crack on. First stage done, all the priming done. Jason from Raptor's been doing this. We had all prepped last night and all that, and it's looking pretty good, isn't it, Jason?
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice to see it finished.
It will be. So let's let this flash and then we start with the green. Right, so here we are in the workshop. Duncan's working underneath. He's doing the steering guard. Richard's working on brake lines. Paul's working on the dash. Steve's under. Where is he now? He's been doing the exhaust bracket, and so everything's coming together. And outside here, I'm making some lunch. Making some lunch on the barbecue here. Billy's doing the barbecue out here.
I'm just taking over from here.
Oh, he's taking it from here. I'm doing the barbecue.
Filming.
And so that's what everybody's up to now. It's all looking good. It's all coming together. Alright, so we're just about to do the live draw for this Defender 90. What's your name again?
Sergeant Richard Halsey from the Sussex Safer Roads Park.
Is going to do the draw for us, so it's all legal and above board. So we've had lots of response for this. If you'd like to go ahead, press the button.
Excellent. Good luck, everybody. VIA1317. The user is Ria Laws, Laws, who purchased the ticket on the 23rd of June at 11 o'clock in the morning. Well done to Ria.
So that's Ria Laws. You've just won yourself a Land Rover Defender 90. So the whole idea was to strip the vehicle down and rebuild it, and then we were told to we could have a place at Goodwood, and we don't normally go to these places, so we had a very short space of time to do it, which was something like 4 months. So it was a bit hectic, I have to say. We were fighting each other towards the end. It was like the old DIY SOS thing, probably a bit frantic at the end. So that's what it was like at the end to get here. And then we had to come back and finish it. We called it Project Steve, and I'll tell you why we called it Project Steve now, because we work with vessels at PCSD. So do you want to get him to bring it out to you then? Aye.
We know what we're calling him then. We're calling him Steve.
That's backwards. Anyway, with this vehicle, right, what we wanted to do is, as a metaphor for what we do as a job here, helping veterans. So, the idea was to strip the vehicle down and rebuild it. But what were we really doing? We were rebuilding Steve. Let's introduce you to Steve. This is Steve.
Hiya, Steve.
Steve is a veteran served in Afghanistan and came to us very messed up, as in mentally. And the idea is Steve got involved in this project right from the beginning. And the idea is we're building Steve. Do you want to hand the keys around it?
Yeah. Take them out first.
And that's what the project was all about. It was all about rebuilding Steve. And Steve's in a much better place now by being fully involved in this whole build. Isn't that right, guys?
It's all hers. It's all hers. Thank you, everyone.
What do you think?
Thank you.
All right,
It's amazing.
I'll take you around because when you've seen it at the show, it wasn't quite as done as it is now. It's been really a lot